time for today.
Just no other way. Can you feel it now? It's like a steel boot to the gut. I feel the heat from these fields of fire. I hear the screeching of burning tires. I don't care how long it takes. I ain't never gonna break. I got a 5.56 that'll leave you rattled.
Good morning. I hope everybody's having a safe and good Memorial Day.
A thoughtful Memorial Day. Yes.
Always thoughtful. So many people confuse. So many people in the U.S. confuse what the difference between Veterans Day and don't know the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. I know. Memorial Day is very specific. It is a day dedicated to the memory of those who laid their lives down for this country.
The ultimate sacrifice. People that lost their lives in service to the U.S. Yep.
They have a day like that in Croatia. I think it's in September or August, later in the year. And they just put the grave candles along the main street in Split. It looks amazing.
Every country that wasn't at any point the axis of evil should have that day.
Right. I think it's called Remembrance Day in Canada, if I remember.
Canada's Remembrance Day. And I think I said to Brian once, I said, remember? To which he was like, what?
Yeah.
Remembrance Day, remember?
Yeah, right. Today is all about my favorite Bible verse, which is John 15:13. Greater love hath no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. That's what today's.
And in the military, we refer to it as lay down his life for his brother.
Yeah,
and which I've always loved.
Brothers in arms. That's us. Yep.
No blue falcons allowed. You remember? I told it to you the other day what a blue falcon was.
Nah.
About a week ago. 1 week ago, I told you.
That's right.
Blue falcons is the military slang for a buddy fucker.
Yeah. Good. Maybe that's why I memory dumped that, because it wouldn't even factor into my thought process.
Except for anima, we're old years. So
there you go. Thanks, Alpha.
Croatian Remembrance Day.
Lived there for 5 fucking years, couldn't remember the date. Shame on me. But yeah, it looks impressive.
Okay, I'll take it back. Even Anima is forgetting things because she's old.
Oh yeah. And you can't win a heat wave. I feel like 100.
You're a brave man. I'm not calling a woman old. I'm not doing that. Sorry, Martin. That's just.
We had a fun moment this weekend when I noticed while we were talking that I'm closer in age to her mother than I am to her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I probably would have hit on your mom before I hit on you.
If my mom was still alive, she would be 6 years older than Gary.
Yeah. Yeehaw!
So she would be more age appropriate. That was a weird moment.
It was weird. It was.
Yeah.
Pedo Gary.
I mean, he finished school when I was born. So yeah, don't go back that far.
And like I said, I was having dinner with everybody was there. I think Jason Stewart was there. Sean, Ultra Rob, Mac, and everybody was like laughing, and I went, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, guys, whoa, whoa, whoa!" And everybody got quiet. And I said, "My last girlfriend was just born."
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, Hugh.
Hi, John. Hey, Jim.
There we go.
I have not looked at all what the next stories are. I'm just kind of letting each episode hit me as they hit me. Not trying to watch any trailers or any previews, because I'm assuming that they have previews at the end of the episode. We don't even watch through the credits. It's like, I do not want to know what's happening next. I want to have it happen and be shocked by it.
Well, to be fair, with the last one, with that cliffhanger ending, you got kind of angry and hit the X. The credits had no chance.
Well, I fake yelled. I kind of went, "No!" I was like, really?
It sucked. They always gave an explanation at the end, just not with this one, and it was the most.
No, they gave us a cliffhanger, and it's fine. It's fine. That's how you do television. I wasn't really raging. I wasn't really angry. I wasn't. I'm enjoying the show too much. It's hands down one of the worst sequels ever filmed, period. What are we talking about here?
Oh, I don't know. His sequel of the day that he's ranting about.
He's been ranting about that since the last show.
I think he has one. He has a sequel on every show that he's ranting about.
Final Destination. Let it go, man. Let it go. Be happy.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the franchise. I kind of quasi like the original.
Oh no! When I saw the premise, I said, "This is dumb."
Well, yeah. I thought it was kind of nifty that death is the invisible hand in the movie. I thought that was neat. That death was manifest and going like you.
Yeah, I mean there are aneurysm, heart attacks, not a Rube Goldberg puzzle. I'm sorry, that's stupid.
Well, I always looked at that franchise like NASCAR. I don't have to watch the whole thing. I can just watch the highlights, watch the crashes, because we know what the story is. These people have avoided death and now they're getting it, right? So, I mean, it's not much of a story there, but they do come up with creative ways for people to die.
Not to mention that they are going to die of old age. What? It's stupid.
Okay. Well, the last one danced its way to its biggest box office ever in the friggin' franchise. So
here's the show over on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
And it's doing pretty good. 91% of viewer rating, 97% critics. So I like it. You're probably getting some honest reviews here from critics. They're not being paid a shit ton of money to lie when you see it that close in the reviews.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to click the poster.
I mean, you have a hard time finding something negative about this. It's just so well done.
There's one poster.
That's the one Gambit mentioned earlier. The one he found. Hi, Meth. Good afternoon.
So this is kind of like Jaws, only
no, nothing like Jaws, but it's
I'm just saying it takes place on a small island town, right?
It's like Jaws if it were written by H.P. Lovecraft.
That's what I was going to say.
Because
it had a supernatural bent to it. Yeah,
a very dark, twisted, malevolent evil. And the shark is a rotting soul from hell coming to collect its pay.
Right.
This is the poster I like right here. Copy image address and paste it in place.
Is it an original or is there source material for it?
No, it's an original.
Okay.
And I like that Reese is in it. I like him as an actor. I got to tell you, everybody in the show is really good in their part. Stephen Root is amazing in it.
Oh, he's good in everything.
Yeah. It's a fucking good show. So
Fucking good show. Jolly good show.
They're hard to find, but we are still getting good things.
Yeah, you got to look for it now, though, don't you? Doesn't that suck?
That's why we are making it our job to point them
Morning,
out.
Mephisto.
Yep.
To help other guys find good TV.
We found one that came out, I think, a couple of years ago that Rhonda really has gotten into. She loves the Dan Brown books, and Peacock has this one called The Lost Symbol that he did. And it's about a younger version of the Tom Hanks character. And it's got Eddie Izzard as his mentor in it. And it's really a good show. If you've never seen it, check out The Lost Symbol on Peacock, man. It's pretty good. And they're doing like they're doing with Reacher's books. You know, they took this book and they made an entire season of television. And I asked her, I said, because she's a big fan of Dan Brown, I said, are they doing a good job with the series? She said, oh, yeah, it's just like the book. This is great, you know. So, yeah. Yeah, but you're right, Anima. You do have to look for it. You absolutely do.
I'm not a big NASCAR watcher. I grew up in Illinois and we had our own raceway as a kid. And I was always troubled by people. You go to car races to see people wreck. And I'm like, that's not why we went. We enjoyed the race. We had people we were rooting for. Like, what are you talking about? That's weird.
Yeah.
I know torturing animals in that lab is really hard work, buddy.
Mephisto.
I make jokes about what Mephisto does.
Well, we make jokes about what Shinatsky does. We're even hard on him.
I have answered. He's been putting up a lot of polls. Which movie's better polls lately? And I've been answering a lot of them.
Mephisto?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His community page, he's putting a lot of polls up.
I was like afraid for a second that you were saying like people from Poland.
No. No, he's not collecting rural Jews. No, he's not.
Rural Jews.
These are actually polls. Okay, these are actual. You know, which movie's better polls.
Here is Mephisto's official video.
Man, is there anything more common in these times than a rural Jew?
People have no idea how much we love Mephisto. He is such a dear friend.
We're always so happy when he comes to hang out with us on a Friday.
Mm-hmm. We're not as happy when Joe's here, but you know, we're almost.
Shut up, Gary.
Almost.
We love you, Joe. We like hanging out with you.
Joe is our number one panelist because he's always there Monday and Wednesday.
Hey, man, I believe in loyalty to people that are good to me.
Unless his mom needs him.
That's it.
Well, mom comes first. Come on. That's a universal rule.
Everybody's like that, aren't they? You better be. You better honor your
first,
parents.
man.
Damn it.
Mama. So anyway, what are we doing today?
Well, we're waiting.
Well, I decided
fire, sir,
that it was going to be Clint Eastwood week. And fuck, we've done all of his military movies.
Damn it, gone.
Because we love him.
But I did have, you know, the two Iwo Jima films, but I got to be honest, not a fan.
I'm not either. I'm really not.
You know, somebody says, but, you know, you didn't like the Iwo Jima film? I went, no, not really. And then they said, well, what about Letters from Iwo Jima? I said, it's a damn good movie. It's actually better than the American film that he made because he made it, you know, as bookends of the story. And,
telling both sides of the battle. Yeah.
But I don't give two shits about the letters from the Japanese home. I got to be honest. You know, I love the Japanese people. I really do, but not a fan of them during World War II. And so I don't give two shits. about their letters home, even though I know they were just as human as us, and they were being lied to by their emperor and their command that the Marines would kill and eat them. Yeah, they believe that. They really, really believe that. Yes. And the shock, and I was just talking about it the other day, that when they surrendered, they were terrified they were going to be killed and eaten. And instead, they were given ice cream. They're like, ice cream? Yes, there's a ship offshore whose sole purpose is to make ice cream. And that is all. That's, make fucking ice cream for the military personnel. And so they were like, they couldn't believe they were in the lap of luxury. They had doctors looking at them and nurses taking care of them. Their wounds.
You guys were taking care of your soldiers. Look at the Japanese. Kamikaze, no jumpsuit on planes. We don't care if you live or not.
We, the kamikaze, about to go on our final mission. And before we go and drink our ceremonial sake juice, are there any questions? Yes, you in the back. Yeah, are you fucking crazy?
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I love Cheech and Chong, man.
They're awesome.
I was not a pothead. Did not smoke.
No, but that humor translated.
That was always funny.
Buddy, first time I heard those albums, I was like 12 years old and just laughed my butt off at it. Just
Wait
crazy.
A minute. You don't?
What the fuck?
When did you stop? Oh man. We get some real good Jewish jokes in here every once in a while. It's like that line from it's still one of my favorite lines in the history of Monty Python, where the cleaning woman who's cleaning up after Mr. Creosote exploded in The Meaning of Life, and the French waiter asks her, what she thinks is the meaning of life, and she talks about, well, we always said it, and it's Terry Jones doing the voice. We always said and done, I've worked for some horrible bosses, I've worked for some good bosses, but at least in the end, I can say I never worked for the Jews. And fucking John Cleese coughs on the cigarette, and throws it out, grabs the bucket of vomit she's cleaned up, and dumps it on her head. And he looks at the camera and goes, I'm so sorry. I had no idea that we had hired a racist.
A racist.
A racist. That is one of the funniest things I ever saw in my life. Oh, man. He just wanted to have people to see him jacked one last time. What are we talking about? Heartbreak Ridge. Heartbreak Ridge was a process, and it got fucked up. The problem is there was too much comedy in it. And so when they went to the U.S. Army, who actually fought at Heartbreak Ridge, they went, no, we're not helping you with that script. And instead of doing a rewrite to please and appease the Army, they took the Army to the Marines, and Marine Corps are like chewing on their crayons going, yeah, sure, we'll help you.
Yeah.
Fuck the Army. And then they started working on the movie, and then the Marine Corps went, whoa, wait a minute. Did anybody read this? And the movie was like 3/4 done, and the Marine Corps pulled out, which is odd because Marines aren't usually smart enough to pull out. And where is Pope when I need him for these fucking jokes?
I was hoping he would have the day off and show up.
Oh, I didn't send him an invite because he hasn't been even responding to my previous invites. He must be, I assume that he's a full-time job again. So
it's Memorial Day, though. Everybody's off. Everybody in the States is off today. My wife is at home cooking today. Her favorite thing in the world. She has fired up her pellet grill and is working on a rack of ribs as we speak.
A lack of ribs?
Rack of ribs. Rented lips, rented tongue. Rack of ribs.
Hertz Rent-A-Tongue. Yeah, it's got a few miles on it, but that baby still runs. The Army dropped its support because there was a lot of shit in there.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that; it was some of the silly comedy too. They were not happy with that.
The best thing about that movie, I think,
that would do anything that would make the Army look bad.
And me and Gary have talked about our fun with this stuff before. But the Miles Gear scene where they're opposing forces and everything, that's one of the best.
The aggressor.
You don't see that in other war movies. You don't see that come up very often.
That leads to the final fist fight between
in the bear pit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gunny and the commanding officer's fucking tool came up through supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see, where was I at? In the Line of Fire, Rene is she's awesome in everything she's in. I always had a thing for her back in the 90s, man.
Yeah. Wasn't she in, what was it? Was it 3 or 4 of the Lethal Weapon series? I think it's 3, right? Yeah. Yeah. Thomas Crown Affair, she's in that one with Brosnan. And yeah, she didn't do a lot of movies, but when she did, that she was a magnetic presence on the screen, no doubt.
Yeah, that was what made her a star, is Lethal Weapon 3. Right. And then she's in this movie, and then she was in the remake with Pierce Brosnan of the Thomas Crown Affair, which I don't think is a movie to write home about, but it's worth watch. And had two things in it that I thought were great. Rene Russo and Sting's version of Windmills of the Mind. His version is better than the original. Let's see it. The Army supported stripes. Yeah, but they didn't want people to know.
Those were written as comedies. This thing was not supposed to be a comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Not this movie, but the one we're talking about, which is Heartbreak Ridge.
Which is Heartbreak Ridge.
So Army had umbrage with that. So they went to the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps got suckered into it. And I mean, they're telling the story about Heartbreak Ridge, and I'm like going, Marine Corps nowhere near Heartbreak Ridge. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, I'll never forget when that happened, because I was in basic training in the what do they call that? The hospital there in basic training. I was
the medical center,
the infirmary. Is that what they call it?
Infirmary.
I had an upper respiratory infection, and my mom was calling all over that base to find out where I was, because she had saw it on the news. My mother's one of those ones that doesn't need to watch the news, because she thinks everything that's happening on it's happening to her people. You know what I mean? And I had to explain to her from a hospital bed, Mom, they don't send guys that are in training on operations. No, I'm not down there. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
So anyway, it was the 8th Army.
Yep.
And that's who fought that battle. And the most famous name from that, of course, was our senior NATO commander, which was General Ridgway. That's a name you learn. Well, they used to teach you in history class back when they taught like actual history. The Army supported stripes. Yeah. Gran Torino. Yeah. I mean, look, I love that fucking movie. It should be shown in film school. I don't know if it should be shown in schools.
No, you don't need to be in schools, but you know what? We all know a guy like that. Dude with a heart of gold that is the biggest bigot that ever walked the earth. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Saying things that what I said to a friend of mine once, what he says isn't wrong. It's not politically correct what he's saying, but he's also not wrong.
Right. Yeah.
And I said, and that's the scary part of Gran Torino. Includes Clint talking gangster saying, you want to be a super, not saying that word. That's his son.
He was basically Archie Bunker, is what he was. You know?
These guys don't want to be your bro. It's a good film. I like Red Torino.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've done that one yet. We could have done that one today. No,
I know
think
I
about
haven't
it.
seen it.
Yeah, because he is a military vet. That's that. You know, he's flying the American flag outside of his house and everything. Doesn't he call one of them a zipperhead in that movie? I can't remember if he said
he
that.
uses all the terms.
Every one of them, doesn't he? He pulls them all.
He
out.
says zipperhead. Because there's two. You can say zipperhead or ziphead, or you can say gook, were the most popular slang terms.
Yeah.
For the enemy. Hey, it's Che. And of course, Alpha is here. Two of my favorite army guys. Let's see. No, you don't have to say the SP word either, man. I've actually never said any of those words out loud. Yeah, I hear them in my head, and it's bad enough. Barber scene. So what? Look, you've got a great cast in this film.
Oh man,
like just an incredible cast.
You only need
again, I
two
want to
names:
point
Clint
out
Eastwood and John Malkovich. That's all you have to say. I mean,
Malkovich.
Oh my god, yeah, that fucking scene is playing in my head every time I see his face.
Yeah, and I told Anima we will be watching that fucking movie.
Yes, please.
Because even though I am not a fan of the whole movie, the minute John Malkovich is in a scene, I'm having such a blast. You know,
that movie's weird as fuck, but it's good.
It's the only reason it's good is because of John Malkovich.
Yeah.
If they had picked any other actor, I would have never watched that fucking movie. I wouldn't have. I thought it was just too fucking weird.
It is fucking weird.
It is weird.
And I'm not that big a fan of the director. I've seen some of his work, and I do think it's good. It's Linklater, right? Linklater? That's the name. I'm forgetting who did it.
I know.
Being John Malkovich. Hang
on. I've got it right here. Don't worry. So I'm just waiting for it to load. It's got Spike Jonze. And
Dick Jones.
Yeah, Dick Jones with a Z. Because I liked his movie Her. I did like that movie.
Yeah, I like that one too.
But you know, he's apparently a real fucking asshole. And I mean, he couldn't even get along with George Clooney, and George Clooney and he ended up in a fist fight.
Wow!
On set for the movie Three Kings.
Oh, that's the one. Okay,
isn't he the one that did that?
Did he do?
I don't know. I remember that Clooney smacked the shit out of the director because he was being disrespectful.
Let me go check and see, because I might be talking out my ass.
That would be an incredible feat.
Directed by David O. Russell.
I can do it. I can do it.
That one's David O. Russell.
Oh, David O. Russell. But he did direct the movie Her, which is the bookend film for the Sofia Coppola film with Bill Murray over in Japan, having a love affair with the younger Scarlett Johansson.
Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation, yeah.
That was her movie about the breakup between her and Spike Jonze, and his version of the story is the movie Her. And of the two, I gotta say, I actually liked Her better, but I do like that movie with Bill Murray. I thought it was an okay film. Not like what I'm gonna like sit down and think, you know what? I haven't seen that in a while. I should watch it again. Nope, don't own a copy. Not interested in watching it again. I got what they were going for with that movie. So he's actually done some stuff that just not very interesting as a director. Ugh. No. He directed that movie Where the Wild Things Are. I did not like that movie. I did not.
Did you say?
I did not.
Yeah, that's what I said. I did not.
The Cavalryman's got a question for you there, Gear.
Oh, sorry, I was reading.
I know.
Has your Jolt root beer arrived yet? No. I have to wait till I have money again to buy it. So it's $26 for that case. So it's going to be a bit.
That's Rounders. There's a movie where John Malkovich plays Jason Bourne at poker. He played ex-KGB Russian. It's so
With
over the
the
top.
craziest
Yeah.
Russian accent I've ever fucking heard. How are you? His voice going high. Like Matt Damon, when he was talking about
Jack,
that scene.
Jack,
he did
Jack,
a
Jack.
spot.
Yo, he's Jack.
He's spot on John Malkovich impression. Because Damon's actually good at impressions. And people don't even know just how good. Yeah, Rounders is the film. And he does this impression of Malkovich's first moment saying his lines on camera. And everybody was like stunned, going, wait, is that really how you're going to do that? That's the way he did it. And he says, and Malkovich just sort of looks at Damon and goes, look, I'm not really good at accents. That was his excuse. But it's a really good fucking movie. And it's one of Mac's, because Mac and I had this list of movies that we liked that involved gambling. And that was right up there in the top 10.
I mean, you have to give it to Malkovich. He doesn't do accents. He always has that distinctive speech pattern for every character, but he makes it work. It works as a good guy. It works as a psycho.
Oh, you'll get no argument from me, because the role that he played when he played Ripley's Game is the movie. I fucking love that movie. And it's based on the book, Ripley's Game. And he finds a young man who's dying of cancer that needs help to make sure that his family is taken care of when he's gone. And he sets in motion a bunch of wheels that bring around an apocalypse on a group of people. And it's fucking good movie. I've never read any of the Ripley books. I love that movie. I prefer the original Talented Mr. Ripley adaptation to the one with Matt Damon. Don't get me wrong, it had some good moments in it, but overall I thought it was a boring movie. Just not a very interesting film. Good performances all around, but not a very good film.
That's Wolfgang is in the house.
Yes.
Hey, John.
Morning, John.
Right. I haven't seen a Wolfgang Petersen movie I didn't like either. Yeah, he's a good director. I wouldn't say great. He's done one really great movie, and that's what I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I'm sure somebody's going to correct me. Das
Boot.
Yeah.
It's Das Boot. Not Boot. Boot.
I knew he was going to correct me, but that's
Well,
why I've always said it.
He's really working on his German.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Just to prove your point, ich weiß nicht.
You don't realize you're getting better.
Wohin gehen Sie? Wie geht's?
Oh, Alpha,
Hey.
you're being too kind. I wouldn't say I didn't like Troy. I would say I categorically hate Troy.
My
God
favorite Wolfgang
damn.
Petersen movie is Air Force One. That's my favorite one. I love that movie.
Joe,
Yep.
get out of my
Bill Clinton's
plane.
favorite. Bill Clinton loved that movie. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. No, you wouldn't. You would let everybody else fight for you while you bang your whoever is there.
He-
you're
he
gonna-
would
You'd
have-
have been in the capsule. He
would
would
have
have
said-
gotten in the capsule. He'd have
He
got
would
out.
have said, "Get down on the desk." Get down under the desk.
Hide under the desk for your safety while you're down there.
Here's your cigar.
Zip. Okay. Have some fun with that. Yeah, the stomach bug has burned itself out. There's something that what's her name could have done. Michelle Lerner's daughter, what's her name? That did the pussy smelling candle.
Oh, yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow is, if she really wanted to throw something out there that had some historical reference to it, is pussy flavored cigar.
Oh God.
Joe gets it.
Yeah,
because
you need to wash up afterwards, man.
Yeah, he diddled that girl with a cigar.
Oh, dude.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. And the way I understand the meaning and definition of sex, which is just coitus for some reason. Wait, what are we still talking about the sport?
I think Gambit is trying to give an explanation of how it's pronounced in the chat, not realizing that in English-speaking mind it reads food because that's the English word.
I am an English-speaking person, so I'm going to read it in English. That's just all there is to it.
Oh yeah, I got the wrong lady, Blythe Danner. Yeah, who's a beautiful woman and a great actress, and she gave. Gwyneth Paltrow isn't the baby. The baby died at birth. She's the afterbirth. She's the most untalented actress I've ever seen. I can't stand her.
We were just watching Iron Man. Rhonda was watching it when I got
You were just watching?
I was just watching.
Oh, I thought you said twatching.
Okay. I am the target today, obviously. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
you are.
Somebody has to.
Oh, man. Throw your darts. I am Teflon based. I can take it.
Now you understand why I mostly remain silent, right?
Yeah. Okay. Is that what's up, Martin? That's why you keep sending me invites to the show so I can block tackle for you. Is that it? Let's see. Okay. Interesting.
In fact, that was the original title of Raiders, if you didn't know that. No.
I don't think so.
It was originally Raiders of Dust Boat.
Is this the first time he calls him in the movie? Is that what we're seeing here on the slideshow? Okay.
Yeah. This is the first time, and he's like kind of confused, like, who is this?
Yeah.
Speaking of Troy, the video with replacement of Achilles and Troy, with the formerly known as
yes. I've seen it.
Dude, there's tons of those out there where they kept
sticking. But they specifically, that one was directed at the Odyssey. But they've got one where she's in the boxing ring in
Rocky.
Which one was it? Rocky?
Rocky 4. Dolph.
Dolph
takes it out. Yeah.
The one from 300 This is Sparta.
Right. Goes to kick the guy and he just laughs at him and puts a sword through him. Yeah. Pretty damn funny. Those things they're crazy, man. Yeah. I was watching somebody.
They deserve all the shit that they're getting for it.
I think it was Mandy Summers. I was watching one of her streams and they were showing every one of them they could find just over and over again. There's tons of them out there, man. And they're all made by one guy. I can't remember the guy's name, but he made a bunch of them. And they're hilarious. The one for 300, what's so great about that is, they're going through the spiel. Keeps misgendering him, right? And then he looks back at his great love, who is that dude that screwed up Bud Light. What the hell is his name?
Mulvaney.
Yeah, Dylan Mulvaney. Just grinning and shaking his head. Oh, too funny, man. God, you're right. That 300 one's perfect. It is awesome.
Oh, here's the John with the name of the creator, Dr. Clown.
Clown. That's him. Yeah, he's the guy making all of those. They're great. They are hilarious. And somebody when we were watching them, somebody on the panel said, "Man, this is making me uncomfortable." And I was like, "Why?" You know, Elliot Page put her stuff out there in the public domain and wanted everybody to hear about it. So, you know,
Their stuff.
sorry,
You're
not
open
sorry.
to. You're
Yeah.
going to be open to being mocked.
Yes, absolutely. It's called comedy. And I'm so glad that comedians are beginning to not fear the politically correct anymore. They're starting to get back to doing comedy, and it's pretty damn cool.
About damn
I like it.
time.
Yep.
Minus 100 pounds. Oh, no.
People keep wanting me to review and do Atomic Blonde, and I refuse. I said I watched fucking 10 or 15 minutes of that movie, and I just stopped it. When she threw a front kick, all 140 pounds of her threw a front kick into a 210-pound man and sent him flying while she didn't move backwards, I was out. I checked out of that fucking movie. Not to mention it's the fucking 1980s, and they fucking bleached all the color out of everything.
Wow.
And I'm like, man, even in Russia, it was colorful in the 80s. What
Right,
are you
in the 80s,
talking
yeah.
about?
It's what they're
Fuck you
doing
guys.
now.
The 80s is when the Russians figured out what neon was. Yeah, shit.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look, Soviet Union's version of
Everything has to
violet
look
color.
gray now. I hate it.
Made it all red.
Russia invented rave. You know nothing until you go to real Russian rave. People get shot.
That's awesome.
The ecstasy you take at the Russian rave is 7.62 to the mouth.
Okay.
You don't feel nothing after that. And what is that comedian? He's here right here in Branson. He owns a comedy club, that Russian comedian. In Soviet Russia, road does not fork, the road forks you.
I'll tell you what, those Russian fucking dash cam videos are off the chain.
They're the
Those people
best.
are crazy.
They are. Because every fucking car has a dash cam over there because there's so much crime on the street.
Yeah.
So many people faking accidents over there for money.
Mhm.
You know, it's ridiculous. So everybody's got a fucking dash cam. And some of the best footage we saw of a fucking meteor coming into the atmosphere and lighting it up like it was daytime is from Russian dash cams.
Yep.
Malkovich, being Malkovich, you know, fucks up here and says he's from the same place as her.
And then names
And
a school that doesn't exist.
Right. And so he's got to kill her later, her and her roommate. But thank God left the German Shepherd alive.
Yeah.
You know, he's got
I
that
always get
moral.
mad when he touched the animals.
Even though, yeah, Yakov Smirnov, that fucking guy. He has a club right here in Branson. Does his own shows, and he's not always there. Like there are other comedians that go there. So if you want to see these comedians in Branson, you just go to certain clubs. Like Andy Williams, even though he passed away, his club still is open. Is whatever you want to call it, theater, the Andy Williams Theater. You couldn't pay me enough money to go there. You have a better chance of getting me in Australia than going to Russia.
I would like to visit all that
I
countries.
will visit on Google Earth. That's
Yeah.
how I will visit Russia. No, the crime there is still fucking insane. And just letting you know, the towns are. I mean, if you don't believe me, you know, just listen to the way the Machine explained it, and that's pretty much true to this day. It's true to this day. Chelyabinsk meteor. Yeah, that one. Go look up that fucking footage. It's nuts, dude. Nuts footage. Yakov Smirnov is Ukrainian American comedian.
I'm trying to bring this up. Fuck! It moved. Okay. There you go. Wait, it's.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to you to pay attention to this.
Oh, what's up, Gary? Me and fam saw
Wait.
Mando in Dolby. I rated 6 out of 10. Well, okay.
I wouldn't give it 6. And I haven't even seen
I
it.
was
I don't know.
I
haven't
wasn't
seen it.
mocking I haven't mocked the movie, but I am mocking what went into making it and the stupidity of the marketing.
Oh, yeah.
That it's like they keep showing that photo of him and those 20-year-old 20-somethings all like, "Ah!" you know, because he was walked out in the fucking costume with them. Like that
Probably the
wasn't
longest
staged
he's
at all.
worn that fucking costume.
And I'm like, wait a minute. So there were no children present or parents with children or who even have kids. Everybody's 20-something and childless. That's who is losing their mind over him in the Mando costume. You did that with a bunch of fucking millennials. It's like, what the fuck?
Also,
were you
how
doing?
diverse was that group of quote unquote fans?
Yeah, all perfectly racially
Yeah.
separate. Oh, just ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. That
And
is
not
one of the
one OG
fakest things
Star
I've
Wars
ever
fan.
seen.
Not one.
Here's the German Shepherd scene. Like, can you tie that dog up? He makes me very nervous. Yep. Broke both their necks.
The UK pussied out of that scene. They cut some of the more brutal things before releasing it to
Oh, in the movie.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised by that?
Just the UK though, apparently.
There's Renee.
She's so pretty.
She's way too young for him.
Oh yeah, she's 22 years younger than him. And he is 62, playing a Secret Service agent, where the retirement age is 52.
But you'll find a lot of women tend to be attracted to guys like him. And it was that way in real life. He admitted to a comedian, Jay Moore, what his addiction was. Because Jay, of course, was an alcoholic. And he says, you know what I was addicted to? He goes, what? The pussy. And Jay Moore does the best impression of him telling his story of him.
Jay Moore is awesome, man.
Oh, fuck, he cracks me up, dude. He is great at impressions, and he's really good at storytelling. And he tells
you see his
meeting
TV
Christopher
show?
Walken.
Did you see his TV show Action? It was short-lived. I think it was
No.
2 seasons or something. He was a Hollywood producer. He was an asshole to the asshole. It was awesome, that movie. that show.
I had to go get
And
some
his story of
Java.
first time meeting Chris Walken was hilarious. The first thing that he says to him, he says, I see you. like what? Yeah. What? I love this scene because he's so creepy the way he's swaying at that street corner, all dressed up like a hippie. The one thing that stays consistent through the film, though, is his eyes, which is the first thing you're trained to look at to identify people, because you can't change people's eyes until we got into the modern silicone age of makeup. Now you can change the shape of people's eyes and have it look real, and it's weird. You can put a lens in and with silicone change the shape of their fucking eyes.
I get the lens thing, but the
that's
silicone
crazy.
is kind of creepy. Yeah.
Of course, this is the movie that introduced this composite material used to make a gun, which, you know, all the way up to 3D printing with resin.
Right.
You know, it's like, yes, you can actually print guns, but you got to be careful with them because they're blow up in your hand if you don't do them correctly, and which
So
is why I
is
don't
this legal?
recommend actually doing it. I recommend only using 3D printing for spare parts for things that you add on to your weapon. You should buy your weapons whole. You know, buy the manufacturer.
It can be legal to make a gun that is not detected by metal detectors.
Yeah, I've heard of ceramic guns before. I've heard of that. Yep. Before 3D printing too. They would.
Which is what this is. What they're using it is similar to ceramic.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one that started the controversy. This movie. Everybody started. It became part of the lexicon of discussion. Being able to make weapons from ceramics, from composites, you know.
The general term is ghost guns now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they're classified.
Yeah, he hid the bullets. There are 2 rounds. He hid the bullets inside of a rabbit's foot. It opened up, the top pulled off, and there were 2 rounds inside, hidden. He thought everything through. Pretty clever.
Yeah, I think that they're classified as ghost guns now. I've heard of legislation being trying to be passed against these things, and that I don't understand because you're never going to be able to legislate. The only people making these things are people doing shit illegally. So what? You know, it makes no sense. All you're doing is tacking on the sentences for stuff they're going to do anyway.
I love the photography of this film with these live events that they shot for the film. You know, no CG. These are live events, and it really, when you see them, especially when that scene where he's doing security, pulling security, because he gets put, which I'm going to call right now bullshit. That would never fucking happen.
Yeah,
he's way too long in the tooth. They would never allow him.
He wouldn't be running next to a car. The only guys you see doing that.
He was only doing that. He only did that because Gary Cole's character, by the way, I love Gary Cole. He's one of my favorite actors / comedic actors / improvisational actors. The guy is so fucking funny, but he has played some really creepy, scary characters over the years and been in some good movies. In this one, he's the asshole. That's Clint Eastwood's boss. And Gary Cole is also Ricky Bobby's daddy in Talladega.
Yes. If you ain't first, you're last.
That's right. He's Mr. Brady on the Brady Bunch movies, 2 of them. Mm-hmm. He's an actor that is just like fucking born to do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Right. He's gonna be most recently, he's replaced Mark Harmon on NCIS. He's the head guy.
He took Mark Harmon's place.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you the truth. After I found out some of the shit that Harmon did, even though I agree with him with some of it, I'm like, yeah, it was time for you to go. Right. It was time for him to go. But they started playing politics on set, social politics on set. God. And that was the end of him, Mark Harmon. But Mark Harmon, they tried to turn him into the villain with the dog situation, the pit bull, because he was a foster parent to pit bulls. And he had one on set. And what's her name? Gabby, or whatever her name is, the goth girl. It scared the shit out of her. And her reaction to the whole situation was really unprofessional. And they tried to make him the bad guy. She did. And it blew up in her face.
Yeah.
And but it eventually was going to come around because he's the one who got the creator of Magnum PI pulled off the show.
Yeah.
He did personally. And that's when I'm like, his days are numbered. People are going to fucking remember that we're friends with him. What is that? Stephen J. Cannell, right? Is that who I'm thinking of?
Don't know. Did you see Tom Dynamite Baker over there on Rumble, sir?
Hold on. Donald T.
Yes.
Bellisario. Donald
Okay.
Bellisario is who I was talking about. Now, what did you ask me?
I was asking if you saw Dynamite Tom
Baker?
Baker over there on Rumble.
No, I did not.
He's there, baby. He's
Yeah,
He's
we
hollering.
need
Very
for
good.
StreamYard and Rumble to cooperate so we can see the Rumble chat in here too.
Oh my
They're
God,
never
you-
going to do it.
No, they
StreamYard
aren't.
will never do it.
So stupid.
StreamYard's basically in lockstep with Google, so they're not gonna. Yeah.
Yep.
They're not gonna put Rumble on here. But it's good to see you, Tom Dynamite Baker.
I love this scene. That's Gary Cole on the left there. They're on that elevator acting like they're not interested. They look out and they see them both walk up through that elevator door. You fucking see him following behind her going, I'm going to get me some tail tonight.
He is good at playing an asshole, man. He really is.
Gary Cole? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he plays some of the most officious characters in even cartoons. Like he's got
What is
that
it,
voice.
Office Space that he's in, where he's that jackass.
He plays the
right?
manager. He plays the manager. This is, I'm going to need you to come in on Saturday. And hey, I've been told that you've been sending out the wrong reports without the cover letter for the TPS report. Did you not get the memo? I got the memo. That I totally saw the memo because I can send you another copy of them. No, I totally got the memo. I'll tell you what, I'm going to send you another copy of the memo. It's like, God, he's such a fucking asshole, but he's good at it.
Him
And
and
he
that dude
plays
from Scrubs are the
Family
best
Guy.
at being jerks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He does such a good job of playing officious characters that he plays a lot of people like that, like Family Guy and American Dad.
Yeah.
You'll every once in a while you'll hear his voice. And I mean, he has a distinct voice. I spot it every time I hear it.
Yeah.
I know it's him. Like the actor that's we were just talking about earlier, Stephen Root. Like I spot him every time I hear him. Doesn't matter what it is. I know Stephen Root's voice. John Malkovich. By the way, Bill Hader did one of the best John Malkoviches in front of John Malkovich to his face on Saturday Night Live. And he's like this Russian guy, and he suddenly does an impression of John Malkovich. I talk like this, you know, and he says, I talk nothing like that. And he says, you talk exactly like this. It's so fucking funny right to his face. That shit was funny.
I'm just sitting here looking at the cast for this thing. One of my favorite actors of all times in this, man, who actually, I think, was he a representative or a senator? I think he was a senator.
Oh, yes.
Fred Thompson.
Fred Thompson, man. I love that guy.
He
was he was a lawyer first. A lot of people don't know this, that he was involved with the Watergate investigation, the committee. He was one of the lawyers. And Fred Thompson's a serious fucking political figure. I've always liked the cut of his jib, though. Very straight shooter, right from the hip. He don't fuck around, clean cut. Very, very non-corrupt.
He's
person.
not acting in The Hunt for Red October when he plays that captain.
The captain.
Yeah. He is not acting. That's him. That's raw Fred Thompson right there.
That's all he's doing in any movie.
Yeah.
He's playing Fred Thompson, and he's good at it. He's good at playing himself. Yeah, because he's a no-nonsense Tennessee boy.
That's why he was so good. You saying he was a lawyer, I did not know that. Most politicians start off as lawyers. A lot of them do. But that's why he was so good on Law and Order. He knew what he was talking about, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
He retired from government and went to work as a lawyer on a TV show.
Yeah.
He was the district attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was in the second Die Hard movie. He was the guy running the airport. Yeah.
He is so good in anything he plays. And he's just playing a version of himself. And he's an awesome person. I fucking love that guy. Mm-hmm. I would never vote for him. Because one, I don't live in Tennessee. But two, I'm not a strict fucking Republican. I'm not a Republican. Yeah. I'm what's referred to as a fiscally conservative, social liberal. And
yeah, you might align with them here and there, but not on 100% of things. Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to the military, you got me. You
Mhm.
got my vote. When it comes to the government being fiscally responsible and not trying to become more powerful and do more spending, I'm out. I'm not interested in that shit.
Yeah.
I'm conservative there. That's where my being a conservative comes out. Is in those two things. And there's Fred Thompson ducking
There
the
he is
bullet.
right there.
There's no
Yep.
bullet. It was a fucking balloon. Now, what I noticed is that they don't really kind of go out of their way to show who popped that balloon. It was, of course, Malkovich that popped the balloon. Did it on purpose. Kept popping more.
Mhm.
You see him. He's got the
he's
the
playing
pin,
his games.
and he's popping the balloons. He's you finally figured out, but I knew it right from the get-go. He's former CIA. He's a spook. Well, technically what he is a guy that specializes in wet work. And they don't explain it correctly. He was a wet boy. That's what they called him in the movie. And that means he's a guy who specializes in close quarter killing with blades. And that's how he killed that one operative that was sent there to kill him. That his old friend, his best friend.
Yeah.
He had to kill his best friend. And I really do like that scene.
Yeah, Alpha forgot about that. He is in No Way Out.
Yep. Another great movie we did on this channel. Gene Hackman. And that's where Costner met the guy that works for Gene Hackman in the film.
Right.
That actually covered up the murder and committed another murder to cover it up.
Right.
I
used to know that guy's name. Hang on, I'm looking it up right now.
Good actor.
He's fantastic.
And he became close friends with Costner, and he's been in several movies and a TV show with Costner. He was in Yellowstone.
Yep.
He's the guy who's the biological father of his adopted
Jamie.
son.
Yeah, Jamie. Mm-hmm. Jamie.
Boy, they fucked that show up. I watched that was the final episode I saw was where they killed him. They killed
where Jamie killed his own dad. Yeah.
And it was such where he sent people in to do it. And I hated that episode so much that I just refused to watch anymore.
Will Patton is the actor's name, and he's fantastic.
Will Patton. He's the main villain in The Postman.
Yes.
And
that's my favorite part he ever played. But his most iconic line, if you ask me, is from Armageddon. Man, what are you doing with a gun in space?
Yeah, what are you doing with a gun in space? His delivery of dialogue, his line delivery is incredible. Yep. But basically I tell people, what does The Postman and Quigley Down Under have in common? They pretty much have the same villain.
Yeah.
Because Snapes plays the villain in Quigley Down Under. And what's his name? I just forgot his name. English actor who played Snape. Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman is the villain down there who thinks he's Hickok. Mm-hmm. And in The Postman, the guy thinks he's Robert E. Lee.
Yeah.
And they both have the same. They have the same issues as characters as each other. And I caught that. I like those little commonality things in movies. And so if you watch Quigley Down Under and then you watch back to back The Postman, you will catch that Will Patton is playing a very similar character.
But he's a psycho in No Way Out. To come full circle back to that movie, he is a psycho in that movie.
A psycho who's infatuated with his boss.
He's in love with his boss. Yeah, he's obsessed with him. Yeah,
and it's not the only time he played an obsessed homosexual in another film. I can't remember what it was, but he did it again. He's very
he plays
good.
A homosexual in The Punisher. He's a
that was it. That's it.
Yep.
That's where he is. Again, same situation because he's in love with John Travolta's character.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Couldn't believe it when he killed him. Right? Just total shock when he killed him because he's been so loyal to him. Yeah.
I love you. Why are you killing me? I would never betray you.
Yeah.
By the way, one of my favorite Spike Jonze things that he ever did, I forgot to say this, was Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice with Christopher Walken. That is a great fucking video. I normally don't give two shits about music videos. That it was worth an award. That thing deserved an award for what he did. the dance that he got Chris Walken doing, the whole wire work, everything was so much fucking fun. So Malkovich, we have got to watch that movie. Being Malkovich, being John Malkovich.
Yeah. It's odd,
when he
but it's fun.
goes into his own head and everybody just says Malkovich.
That scene is so trippy.
I laughed my head off at that. Like, that's the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen.
The view through his mouth in that one scene, that's pretty good practical effect and everything. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That movie's oddball, but it's good.
I would not have liked it if it had been, because there are other actors. I think Nicolas Cage was one of the other actors being considered to play, himself.
Right.
And it's not the last time he would do something like that. Like, Nick Cage plays a version of himself in that movie with what's his name, the asshole.
The weight of unsomething talent. Yeah.
The
It's got Pedro Pascal as a drug dealer that's obsessed with him. Yeah.
Yeah. And people, keep telling me to watch the movie. I said, I'm not going to watch it because he's in it. I've
heard that it's good, but I'm like you. I'm not in a hurry to watch it because of Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I've got fatigue. About the only thing I rewatched with him in it is Last of Us. That first season of Last of Us was really, really good. And I was one of the people opposed to him playing Joel, but he did a great job at it. I just, I have to admit, he did a great job playing Joel in the first season of Last of Us. He really did.
I tried watching the show, and I couldn't stand a lot of it. There we go. I'm pausing right there. Anybody know who that guy is there? The long hair.
Yeah. Gosh almighty.
Don't Google it. Don't look it up. I'm going to
be ready to kick myself in the ass, but he's been in a bunch.
I'm just going to say it. It's John Hurd.
Yeah.
I fucking love this guy as an actor.
He is
great.
First
movie he got my attention in was the remake with Nastasia Kinski and Malcolm McDowell of Cat People.
Yep.
And I like him as an actor. Died young.
How do you pronounce his last name? Or
Hurd,
excuse me, how do you spell it?
With a D. With a D. It's
Hurd.
H-U-D.
Yeah, gee whiz.
I'm going to see if I can find that. I'm going to see if I can find that Bill Hader, John Malkovich clip.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I've seen that guy in that he's really, really good in, but I've got to find his IMDb page to do it, and I can't. He's not
in it again, Joe.
There you go. Yeah, I suck at anagrams. I just suck at them. Let's see. Where are you, dude? There he is. It's spelled like Hurd. Heard.
Oh,
okay.
I thought it was URD.
I thought it was too. That's why it wasn't coming up. Yeah, I spelled it that way too. Let me see. What movie is it? He plays complete jackass in it too. Of course, he's good at that though. A lot of the parts he gets, he's a jerk.
All right, here you go, guys. Bill Hader doing Malkovich to Malkovich.
Yes.
Hello, my name is John Malkovich.
I don't sound anything like that.
No, you sound exactly like this.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
He sounds like John Malkovich with a little bit of James Mason thrown in there. Is what it sounds like.
Little James Mason. This is almost an Arizona home. I don't think this was in Arizona because it's not an Arizona home unless the air conditioning unit is on top of the house.
Right.
But it is a ranch-style home, which is popular in Phoenix. This is one of my favorite scenes where they all get guns drawn on them. And again, I got to, send some love to the actor who's not getting any love in this movie so far. Is his partner, played by Irish actor. What is his name? Dylan McDermott.
Dylan McDermott. Yeah, I
The
was going to mention
partner
him
who
earlier.
you know was going to die, because he's talking about family and how sad his
Yeah.
kid is in a new town, and you're watching the scene and you're like, yeah, you're.
I see Dylan McDermott at least once a year because my wife is in love with a movie that got filmed down here in the city of Natchitoches, about an hour south of us, called Steel Magnolias, with an all-star female cast in it, and he plays the husband of Julia Roberts in it, a very young Julia Roberts.
The two movies that
Yep.
are women films that were take place in the South is that movie, Steel Magnolias, and Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yep.
And both of them, to me, are basically the same movie.
They are.
I haven't seen either of them.
They're both good films, but it's a film I'll never watch again because it's not made for me.
It's not made for us, but I
paused.
get subjected. What's great about you should show her Steel Magnolias, if for nothing else, to show her Tom Skerritt's character trying to get rid of those birds for the fucking wedding. That is fucking hilarious. Him and his sons running around shooting guns and shit.
In Green Tomatoes, the best scene in that movie is the parking lot scene.
Yeah.
You know, goddamn that fucking scene. Anyway, this is a favorite actor of mine who, I don't know what happened. He got typecast and he got screwed by Hollywood. He had trouble getting work because he played Charles Manson.
Oh, wow.
In Helter Skelter back in 1977. That is,
and he was
Steve
good
Carell's
in it
back.
too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, he looked too much like Manson.
Yes, he
is
did.
the problem.
He looked a lot like him.
So he got screwed. His best roles to this day are, well, of course, Helter Skelter. His next biggest role was the hero in the movie Life Force. And then he had one of the better episodes of X-Files. I think it was a two-parter. He was a former alien abductee. And then he's in this movie. But you hardly ever see him in anything worth mentioning. But he's good in this, but it's a bit part. He got fucked out of his career. Steve Carell's back. And by the way, we skipped over it, and I forgot I wanted to talk about it. Another great actor in this movie is John Mahoney. And that's Frasier's dad from the show Frasier. And I fucking love that guy. And a lot of people don't know he's fucking English. But he doesn't have an accent because they moved here when he was a child, and he served in the military here. He served in the U.S. Army. And John Mahoney. And he's so good. He's really good in government roles. He plays usually officers or politicians. And like he was in one of my favorite films, Frantic, with Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, yeah.
He's clearly CIA, works for the embassy. And as I recall, isn't he also in a very similar role with Gene Hackman and Matt Dillon movie, the spy where he's a former operative, Gene Hackman is, and they kidnap his wife. Isn't John in that one too?
I don't know.
Let me look it up real quick. Gene Hackman, Matt Damon. No, Matt
Dillon.
Named him after a fictional character.
Really?
Yeah, Matt Dillon is the marshal, U.S. Marshal in Gunsmoke.
Okay.
Yeah. James Arness played him on TV for years, decades, actually.
Originally, Robert Conrad, the big fat actor that played Cannon on the TV show, was the original Matt Dillon. And when he showed up to CBS during the first production meetings, and the new showrunner and the executive producers looked up and went, you're fat. You are not playing Matt Dillon. No, he was fat.
Well, yeah.
And so
yeah.
They're
Cannon,
like, you cannot, you will not play. No,
you're not chasing anybody, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a weird moment in the film. The previous photo of him used the exact same photo face as in this photo.
Yeah.
And it made it really fucking weird. because it just looked like they took the photo and just turned it slightly and pasted it to his face here. Bizarro. They didn't put any work into that. But the movie I was thinking of is Target, 1985, espionage action thriller, where Gene Hackman plays a former operative, and he's this boring. It's sort of like the same premise used in Total Recall, where he owns and runs a lumber yard, his own version of Lowe's, a small town Lowe's type store. And his son just thinks he's the most boring person in the world. The wife, played by, I think, was it Ann Archer? I can't remember. Loves him, but suddenly one morning she disappears, and come to find out she's been kidnapped by an enemy of his from the past. And so slowly, Matt Dillon realizes his dad's a fucking spook in this movie. And this is what he used to be. And he's like, you're just a boring old man. And he has no respect for his dad. By the end of the film, of course, he has respect for his dad. They actually come to respect each other in the film. But there's Dillon. Look at him. He's a fish out of water. He's in the wrong element. From the very get-go, you knew this guy was going to die.
Yeah.
His character is there for you to like, be sympathetic for, and
be crushed when he gets hit. Yeah.
Better understanding of Clint Eastwood's character by having a sympathetic partner. And look, I'm going to tell you, the script to this film is really fucking good. Written by Jeff McGuire. And right from the first fucking draft, they could have shot the movie off the first draft of this movie. It was that good. And this guy really knows how to do character development. And Anima had a problem with this film early on. Like she was just too slow burn for her. She was getting bored. But the minute the rooftop chase scene happened,
rooftop chase was what got me into the movie, yeah. But all the build up till then, it just dragged its feet.
Whereas I liked that slow burn, getting to know the characters, getting little lines like him delivering, well, he's not like Booth, because Booth had panache. And I'm just like he says that, and he says, you know what panache means. And she goes, of course I know what panache means. I'm just surprised you know without having to look it up. He's what I did.
No. He uses the word, she looks at him and says, I know what that means. And he's like, oh, good, I had to look it up.
That was it.
That right.
Wow, he's got a very limited number of, he's only written 5 movies that got produced.
Some of
they're
your
all
best
pretty
writers.
good. There's only one on the list I haven't seen.
Yeah, it's like some writers, that's all they want to do. And they get paid fairly well.
Right.
I guarantee you he works in other things outside of film.
Right. He might be script doctoring or something like that. But
yeah,
he did Victory. That was his first one.
He adapted from original story by Michael Crichton, Timeline.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I was going to point out. I love it. Yeah.
Which Crichton directed the movie. Yeah. He wrote the film Victory, which I think is a better film on paper than it is on film.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. Victory is a good film. We've been wanting to do it for a while. It's the only Sylvester Stallone military movie outside of playing Rambo.
Yeah.
He did Gridiron Gang, which is a good movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know the other film he did, to Tubby McTeague. No,
me either. I don't know that one either. I'll have to watch it because I like the other 4. The other 4 are good movies. My favorite one's Timeline, though. That is a fucking awesome movie, man. I love it.
It's another 1985 movie about a teenager working with his family, running sled dogs. And I like those kinds of films because it shows the relationships. Always, I love those relationships with the dogs. And boy, I got to tell you, anybody who's willing to write a story about dogs and show the different personalities of dogs, you've got my attention.
Mm-hmm.
I like shit like that. But In the Line of Fire, from the get-go, this is a good film. The production, was run by producer Jeff Apple, and he developed it in the mid-'80s. He had planned on making a movie about the Secret Service agent on detail during the Kennedy assassination since his boyhood. Apple was inspired and intrigued by a vivid early childhood memory of meeting Vice President Lyndon Baines Johnson, who was, by the way, a piece of shit. And racist piece of shit.
Racist
I mean,
piece.
like really fucking racist.
Gives Texas a bad name for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was corrupt as all fucking hell. And I absolutely believe he was part of the assassination. Surrounded by Secret Service agents with earpieces and dark suits and sunglasses, the concept later struck Apple as an adolescent watching televised plays or replays of the assassination of Kennedy. After another writer's effort fell short, Jeff McGuire came aboard in 91 and completed the script that would become the movie. Disney rejected a treatment of television starring Tom Selleck, and after a bidding war, Castle Rock Entertainment, named after a fictional town in Stephen King's world, bought the script for $1.4 million in April 1992. Clint Eastwood and Wolfgang Petersen, and I love Wolfgang Petersen.
Yep.
Great fucking director. Offered the role to Leary, or the character of Leary, to Robert De Niro, who turned it down due to scheduling conflicts with The Bronx Tale, which is a good movie, by the way. And it's a true story. A lot of people don't know that. Have you ever seen Bronx Tale? Anybody?
Nope.
Yes.
Bronx Tale.
It's a great fucking movie.
Yes,
Bronx
it
Tale.
is.
That's not the Neil Simon one. No. I'm thinking of something else. I may not have seen it, Gary.
Well, Bronx Tale is based off of Italian actor and screenwriter and playwright Chaz Palminteri. That's his life. He's the kid.
But
in real life, he was the kid.
And he's part of the movie.
He's in the movie as the gangster. And by the way, that scene with the biker gang really fucking happened. And they really beat the shit out of those bikers. True fucking story. That amazed me when I found out how true that was. Chaz Palminteri is just one of those guys. I fucking love that guy. Just a great comedian. And he's also, by the way, one of my favorite movies he's in is the movie Oscar with Stallone. As one of his goons.
My God, Oscar. That's crazy.
I fucking love that movie, man.
It's so
that is like
yeah.
Classic 30s romantic comedy that you would normally see on Broadway, turned into a movie and made to look like it was shot as a Broadway play. It looks like a Broadway play, comedy. Oh, it's fucking great. Marissa Tomei as Stallone's daughter, with that thick fucking accent she's got. Oh my God.
Funny.
But Wolfgang, again, German filmmaker. A lot of people here, see the name Petersen. They're like, oh, he's American. No, he's not. He's very German. He did movies like Enemy Mine. He did Air Force One, Perfect Storm. Though Martin doesn't like it, he directed Troy. He did the remake of the Poseidon Adventure, Poseidon, which I did not think was very good, with Kurt Russell. It's hard to believe there's a Kurt Russell film I don't want to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
That's just another example of why would you remake Perfection? I don't get why
he made a movie with my boss, Outbreak, with Dustin Hoffman, and my boss is not only
I love that one.
Senior military advisor for that film, he's also in the movie as one of the officers. It's a good movie. I like that film. I think it's a fairly realistic take on
your boss
how
has been in so much stuff, dude.
He's done so much cool.
Wow.
Shit. Got to talk to him and Julia this weekend. Lucky we could talk at all because their Memorial Day weekends are fucking full.
Oh, I'm sure they're cram-packed. Yeah.
Yeah, she was stressed out, and I could tell in the phone call. But she's still, she laughs. We like, she's one of those people. When I get to talk to, we fucking always joke with each other, say fucked up shit to each other. She laughs at the fucked up shit I say. I laughed at her fucking replies to my fucking fucked up shit by over fucking up the shit than I did. And like, Julia's
I'm
got
pretty sure talking to you actually de-stresses her, at least a little bit.
Oh, she says that. She's actually said that. She goes, I always make her feel better after a phone call.
It's what you do.
But he also did a little movie called Never Ending Story, which I quasi like. There are parts of it I don't like. If anybody wants to know what I don't like about that movie, it's a
The
furry
horse.
dragon. Like, what the fuck is that?
What?
No, that scene was emotional even to me. I was a young man when that came out, and I was a dad, but I was a young dad. I was a teenager when my son was
Yeah.
born. You know, and
Falcor, the
that's why
looking dragon that looks more like a dog than a dragon.
yeah, it just really bugged me. But I still like the movie. I like that movie a lot. And when Atreyu's horse dies in the swamp, I fucking cried. I cried so fucking
Well,
hard.
everybody
does.
does. I was about to say
Yeah.
the horse scene alone will get you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I read the book way before I saw the movie, and I cried reading the book even. So
Book. What are you, Scottish? Book.
Buke.
you know that
Reading
gets me
Buke.
emotional when animals get hurt or die. That pushes all my buttons at the same time. I can't
God,
have
you're
that.
such a wuss. I guess that's why I love you so much, because you're such a wuss.
Maybe.
The filming of this film actually started like in late '92, and they actually shot. And I recognize some of the streets in this movie. Shot around Washington D.C., which I got to tell you, it takes balls to shoot around D.C. back in the '80s, because it was a dangerous fucking town back then. It still is, in my opinion. Well, it was, and then as of this year, the crime rate dropped like massively. And it was good to see when they put the National Guard out on the streets to clean it up. And good job. Good job.
Jordan.
So scenes in the White House were actually filmed on the already existing movie set. And you'll find this every once in a while. This will happen from the movie Air Force One. In fact, I suspected that the Air Force One shots in this movie were also on the same set. I suspect it very much so. That it was either from Air Force One or from the other film that came out around that time. Does anybody remember the show's Air Force One? Anybody?
Independence Day.
Independence Day. I suspect Independence Day
Yep.
either borrowed the set or is the same. I think it's the same set.
I think it's the same set too.
Yep. But they shot this at a hotel that I've actually been to, and it's not in DC. It's actually in Los Angeles. It's the Biltmore Hotel, and Anima made the connection. What was that connection again, honey? That
They
another film
filmed,
shot there?
they filmed the hotel scenes in True Lies in the same place.
True Lies, another great
doubt.
film, which was also supposed to take place in DC. Those scenes. So I think I like True Lies.
True
A
Lies is
subplot of the
awesome.
film is that this is during the president's reelection. For the scenes of the campaign rallies, the filmmakers used digitally altered footage from the campaign events of President George H.W. Bush and then Governor Bill Clinton. The movie also inserted digitized images from 1960s Clint Eastwood movies into the Kennedy assassination scenes. I don't think it did a very good job. They don't look believable to me, nor do the photographs in this of Malkovich, John Malkovich. The Secret Service cooperated with the production of this film. Fuck yeah, because it makes you look good. An agency public affairs official said, quote, "The project would have been done anyway. We decided that it would be better for us to have some kind of control over it if it was going to happen." And I think that's a smart move. The agency did not cooperate with the contemporary films of Dave, which I do like that movie with Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline, yeah.
Guarding Tess with the aforementioned Nicolas Cage, describing the former as overly whimsical. But I like both those movies. Guarding Tess and Dave are good movies, but I don't think they're very accurate portrayals of anything. But I do like the films.
My favorite
and
whimsical one about the president is The American President with Michael Douglas. I love that one. That's the one I like.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
I haven't seen that one.
An American President? Oh, dude, it's the forerunner to The West Wing. I mean, you can. It's kind of like
which is probably why I didn't watch it, because if they don't make a movie where the president looks bad that is clearly targeting specific political figures, they make pro-president movies clearly pointing at other presidents, usually the ones who are in office at the time that they make them, like Air Force One. Air Force One is clearly a pro-Bill Clinton movie.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I like it's a Rob Reiner film. It's a comedy. Aaron Sorkin wrote it, and you can clearly see because he was the guy behind West Wing. I mean, Martin Sheen plays the president in the TV show. In that movie, he plays the chief of staff of Michael Douglas. You know, and Michael J. Fox's character is the lead character on the West Wing. Only it's played by that guy that was in Get Out.
Again, just a bunch of actors who are outspoken liberals.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, absolutely.
Fred Thompson is like the only conservative you consistently see in movies playing politicians or lawyers.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
That isn't made to look bad. Fred Thompson looks like an ass, but he's never made to look bad. Now, this one he kind of made to look like a coward because he ducked down behind the stage.
Right.
But I'm like, no, anybody would fucking do that.
Anybody would dodge bullets, right?
Yeah.
Or thought they were hearing bullets and would get down.
Get the fuck down.
That's called self-preservation. That doesn't. No, the only time I've ever seen somebody do something.
Watch every reporter over the weekend.
Right? Go watch the footage
from the White House. Every single on-screen talent fucking ducked and covered.
Hit like the deck.
The Asian reporter, American, but Asian. The look of sheer fucking horror on her face when she heard those shots and ducked down. Camera followed her down. Like, good cameraman's doing a job. He's like, not fucking ducking. He's fucking following her, doing his job.
Yeah. The only movie I've ever seen somebody's character exposed under gunfire is in The Dead Zone, when Martin Sheen picks up that baby and uses it as a human shield. Like, whoa! You're screwed.
I suspect he was doing Jimmy Carter.
Hey, man, say what you want about Jimmy. He was a great human being. He was just a bad president, man.
He's not going to go down as the worst president in history, but he did,
but he's close.
He did some stuff that, you know, what do they say about the road to hell? Paved with good intentions.
Paved with good intentions. Yeah.
Yeah. Carter had a lot of good intentions. One of the worst administrations.
Yeah.
Let's see. All my mom said was she shoved Grogu and yeah. Well, look, that's George Lucas right there. I'm going to tell you. George Lucas is the one that told Favreau, that's the star of your show, is Grogu.
Mangoo. That's what I'm calling that show. Mangoo.
Well, how about making Grogu interesting? He's still a baby.
So gross.
Being cute.
Well, according to
it's not interesting.
According to everybody that I trust that reviewed the film, said the only thing interesting in the story is Grogu. He's the only one that actually has a character arc in the film. So,
yeah, I mean, they let Mando be a badass. That was pretty cool, but I almost fell asleep in the second half.
There's no story. There's no like what is the important thing that is supposed to happen in this film that they're supposed to be preventing? Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. It's just them on side missions. It's a movie about side missions.
Yeah.
There's nothing at risk or at cost.
Now I have to give
one of our favorite streamers said it best. It's a movie where you can tell that the filmmakers didn't know why they were making it themselves.
Well, I think Favreau has kind of said that recently, because they brought that up recently. That Favreau's like, I don't know what Disney wanted with that.
Yeah, I give them credit for the special effects. The fight scenes and stuff in it are awesome, but I mean, as far as story driven, it's not much of a story.
I'm not interested in continuing watching it.
So here we go. They want to milk each franchise. Well, first of all, that's one of your goals as a corporation is to milk your product, but at least do it in a smart way. And that's the problem is Disney has been mismanaged all the way down to their sub companies. All their management were fucking idiots. Kathleen Kennedy, like everybody's like, well, John Filoni is like, fuck John Filoni. No, he is a Kathleen Kennedy acolyte. Don't pretend he's not. He is. So, you millennials are worse. I'm not a big fan of millennials.
It's also really tone deaf to force more of Pedro Pascal on an audience that is already so sick and tired of him.
We're tired of him. The movie, what do they call that? Fatigue. There is definite fatigue for him. The movie also inserted digitized images of, we already talked about that. Clint was 22 years older than his actual wife at the time this movie was made. Which is ironic because, like I said, I'm going to say it, vulgar, the vulgar way. Pussy was constantly after him. It wasn't like he went hunting for it.
No.
Malkovich's character in this is a fucking scary dude.
Yeah, he is.
He's so intense. He's so good at playing intense characters like that. He's a psycho.
The introduction of the Glock started the discussion, though, based on typical anti-gunner ignorance from plastic guns. I know they don't First of all, these are the same stupid people that forced the military to put semi-automatic on the M16 and the M4. That's not how it works. It's not called an automatic because it fires full automatic. It's called an automatic because it's an automatic loader. It uses gas to eject the shell and jack in the next shell. That's called automatic loading. It's an auto loader. Full automatic is the word that they're trying to say. They're saying, well, automatic and full automatic are the same thing. No, it's not, you dumb motherfucker. Not. They have two totally different meanings. Automatic means automatic loader. So you don't have to put semi. Personally, I prefer pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
If you go to the Dangerous Nerds Facebook page, that is the top bar image of the selector switch with no pew, 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 pew. It actually says no pew, or it has the word pew with the no symbol on it. And I just thought that was funny as shit. Mega make extra great again. I hate CGI. Yeah. I don't hate it. I hate it when it's the only thing you're using. Dodgeball was one of Cole's finest performances as one of the announcers. And let me tell you something. Him and the kid fucking were great together. Hell of a game plan, Cotton. Let's see how it pans out.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how
Bold strategy.
Oh God, too funny.
The minute Mitch and Anima ended up laughing at that movie, by the way. The minute Mitch Leary Malkovich completes his attempts, he's doing something bad. Yeah, killing the hunters annoyed me. Oh, that was from earlier.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Oh man, I would have loved to have met that guy.
Yeah.
God.
Me too.
To have had the chance to shake his hand. He's part of history, man.
Yep.
Beyond being a good actor, well, playing himself, I fucking love just Fred Thompson's personality. I mean, if you love his movies, you love Fred Thompson because that's him.
Wow, that's from a while ago, Gare.
What?
The comments you were just looking at.
Will Patton was good in Falling Skies, yeah. Yep. Well, look, I'm going to tell you about Falling Skies. Massive interference with that show. Just telling you. I got kind of pissed. I probably shouldn't talk about this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Gale was the guy who finish the script for the pilot. And he got no credit, didn't get paid for it. And they didn't ask him to come on as the senior military advisor. Spielberg tossed him a bone to have him play a reoccurring character in the series. That was all he got. I'm like, that's fucked up. That's one more reason why I don't like Spielberg. I've seen Clint's performance. Another person did that was James Cameron. James Cameron did that with Aliens. Dale Dye is the guy that helped him polish up that script. I've seen Clint's performance in Hang 'em High, Pale Rider, Fistful of Dollars, Josie Wales, Rawhide, for a few dollars more.
Yeah, a few dollars
Not
more.
$5 more. It's for a few dollars. Yeah.
Out of all of those, as far as I'm concerned, the greatest Western ever made was The Outlaw Josie Wales. That's my favorite of all time.
I personally like Unforgiven more than Josie Wales, but I like Josie Wales. But I also like his Pale Rider film, because I think they're all three the same character.
They are.
Essentially.
Actually, Pale Rider has more in common with High Plains Drifter, the man with no name coming to town. You know, the only twist was he was a preacher in the second one, right? But you never knew his name. He's always the man with no name.
That's it. You had John Hurt, you had William Hurt, and you had John Hurd.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Hurt, and Hurt.
I want stage names, guys.
And by the way, my dad and I both went to the same college, and also the same college that John Malkovich graduated from, Eastern Illinois University.
That was for real or fake college?
That was real college. I was on the GI Bill there.
Ceramic gun.
I've never watched that movie, and I never will, because I don't like the subject
I just
matter.
read it the same time you were commenting on it. I was like, no.
I've never seen that movie,
seen that
nor
one
will I
either.
ever. It's about infidelity, and it makes it romantic, and I'm not cool with it.
Yeah, that's like that movie. I'm a big fan of the girl that's in it. Oh God, I'm having a brain block on what her name. Diane Lane in Unfaithful with Richard Gere. I've seen that movie once, and I'll never watch it again. And you know, there's just nobody to root for in that movie.
In the 80s, you had three Hurt films. You had Elephant Man. You had Altered States.
Altered States, yeah.
And you had Cat People. Mm-hmm. Each one of them starred a Hurt or a Hurt. Claudius is a great TV series. Oh my God, just trying to get caught up.
Yeah, you're back there.
Yeah, two different people. William Conrad, Robert Conrad. So yeah, William Conrad was who I was talking about. You knew who I meant, Alpha.
He was William Conrad is Jabba the Hutt.
Shows that you're
Robert is the guy with the friggin' battery on his shoulder.
Yeah, I dare you. Knock it off.
Yeah, knock it off. Go ahead.
Rising Sun was a good movie. Not a great movie, but it's a good movie. Sean Connery and what's his name that played Blade? Wesley Snipes. Baba Black Sheep was a great series.
Yeah, I love that series. The planes are really cool in that one. What kind of plane is that they're using?
That show is
Corsair.
So good. It's the F4U Corsair.
Okay.
Not just the Corsair, it's the F4U Corsair. And
those wings always looked cool to me. They weren't flat. They had that geometric bend to them, you know, and they could fold them up. It was pretty cool.
And it's so confusing because the show and pilot vary in what it's called, from Black Sheep Squadron to Baba Black Sheep. And we all called it Baba Black Sheep when it was on the air.
Mm-hmm.
And by the
In
way,
Latin America,
Anima,
it
the
was
general that is in the pilot episode that gives Boyington his job is the same actor that played Vincenzo on Night Stalker, the publishing
Really?
editor.
Yeah. Okay.
Great
Good character
actor.
actor there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now I heard somebody try to butt in on me. I don't know who it was, but
Martin.
go ahead.
Martin was talking
Go for it,
about the South American name for Baba Black Sheep. Go ahead, Martin.
Oh, what was he called down there?
the Flying Tigers.
Well, that's what he flew at first. He was with the over in Indochina, fighting against the Japanese with the Flying Tigers, and then the war broke out for the United States with Pearl Harbor, and he got called back into regular duty service and left those P-40s behind and started flying the F-4U Corsair. And boy, let me tell you, his squadron was they were a bunch of troublemakers, and he made a killing crew. They were fucking good at what they did. Mitch is stalking Eastwood's character again through the telephone. Well, he's got mental problems all the way through this film. It's clear, but they still know he's not a sympathetic character, because no matter how insane he is or crazy he is, he's also quite evil. That he has zero moral understanding of what he's doing is wrong and that it's acceptable to anybody. And I like the fact that at the end he chooses. He takes the choice that Clint wouldn't. He lets go.
By letting go and falling, yeah.
Because he tells him, "Take my hand." He goes, "Look at you, trying to save me because I saved you." And he goes, "I'm doing it because it's my fucking job."
Yeah, he even asks him, "Do you really want to save me?" And he says, "To be honest, no, but it's my job." The
Bonnie's
best
good.
part is though when they are in his flat and he's listening to the voice message that he left him, Malkovich, and he just walks out on it because he's being all smug and smartass and president's dead by now, me too, but got the job done, and he just lets it play and walks out of the room. That was good.
Barton Fink's a very good film. I like that movie. And he's also, yes, we brought that up earlier. True Lies really messed up DC geography. First of all, if you've ever driven in DC, that is a really weird town to drive in because of the angles of the streets. We owe it all to what do you call them? The Masons. Why the streets in that town are so fucking weird. Uh-oh, Mitch is hiding behind those fake sunglasses and disguises. Hi, Janet. How you doing?
Janet is from another planet. What's up?
It's
Damn it, Janet.
Damn it, Janet.
Anybody know what movie that's from?
Oh, yeah, it's Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Didn't have to say it out loud. Just want to know if you knew. Because I didn't want to tell Anima and Martin if they didn't know. I wanted to give them a chance.
Damn it. Janet, I love you. Good movie.
F-4U Corsair was one of the first model aircraft I made. And mine was the F-4E Phantom too. And then I built the F-4U when I was 10. It was the first time I built that. The other one I built when I was 8. And when I was 10, I built the F-4U. I had all my model planes hanging from my ceiling in my bedroom with fish line.
I had the Enterprise hanging like that. I built the Enterprise.
My Enterprise and all the other models sat over on a display table for Star Wars and Star Trek. And other model kits too, because I had other models from other sci-fi movies and shit. Dangerous Rampage, well, including shows. I had Battlestar Galactica model kits.
I had the toys of Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica. I didn't have the models. The only modeling I did was Star Trek.
By the way, the mall is one of my favorite places to be. If I go to DC, I want to go to the mall. I always want to be on the mall. I love from the Lincoln Memorial all the way down the line to the Capitol building. Just fucking cool. Beautiful.
Just why do you call it the mall?
That's what it's called, darling.
It's the name of it. It's called
That's
the mall.
what it's called. It looks like a big wading pool, but it's called the mall.
Yeah, here mall is a
park.
shopping center.
It's a strip park. It's a strip of park. Let's see. No one likes guarding the back door. Who will guard the six? Your six.
Cavalry man with a breech.
Oh, you heading over to which? Are you going to the VA or the one in DC? Okay. Oh, I'm done.
Out of gas, man. Long weekend.
Yeah. I didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday. I took a little nap and then woke up and had to get to work, and then finally went to bed and woke up an hour into it and forgot to do some stuff that I had to do, and then I was up till almost 6 o'clock this morning, and then laid down for 3 hours.
Oof. Gare.
Yeah,
I
when I
was
see
not
you
quick to wake
texting me
up.
at all times like that, I'm like, God damn, get some sleep.
Well, I had to do the thumbnails because I forgot to do them right after. I got so focused on working on Dale's artwork for his book, I forgot to do thumbnails.
Oh, you usually do them while we hang out on date night.
Yeah, you've got the statue for Iwo Jima over there.
My favorite monument. My favorite one. The Iwo Jima one. Love it. Even though I know the photograph was staged, it's the idea of it, you know?
Well, it's the original wasn't.
No.
The second one was.
Right. The famous picture was staged, but they were doing the same thing that they did to begin with. They just asked them to do it again so they could take a picture of it. Yeah. That's my favorite monument there in the nation's capital. I'm still yet to see it. I've only been to the Capitol once, and I spent most of the day at the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum.
Oh, that's where I want to go. So
you walk in, and the first thing to your right is the actual model they used for the original Star Trek, the Enterprise. That's the first thing that's on the right. It's encased in glass. It's huge. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Well, when I was a kid there, because I grew up at the Air and Space Museum. I mean, I was there when they first opened. I was there for opening day. Yeah. I went to the original Smithsonian building that used to house the Air and Space Museum, and they built the new one. When they launched it, I was there, and when they put the Enterprise in, you would turn and go into the doorway for it, and it hung over your head.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was so cool to walk underneath that. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's a ground level now, and it's that thing's huge. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, but the mall, Monument Row. You've got Arlington Memorial Bridge, which leads you into the Lincoln Memorial circular circle. It's the circle that goes around it and leads to all the different parking. And then you have the mall itself that leads out away from it. And at the end of it is the National World War II Memorial. and then you cross 17th Street, and right across that, the mall continues, and in the middle of it, the Washington Monument, the giant obelisk. And then the mall continues on down the road. You cross 14th Street, and on down 13th, all the way down to 3rd. And right there at 3rd Street, you have the Capitol building. Now, if you turn to the left or right, you have all of the museums along the National Mall. And you cross Constitutional Avenue, right where the Washington Monument is, and where do you end up at? The White House. People don't really know that they have that confusion, just like with some Americans with like Paris, which is what the movie Team America was making fun of, that all the landmarks are like they're in one little block in Paris. It's like, no, it's not like that. They're spread out all over the city. But man, yeah, that's a hell of a place to go to, and not far, right around the corner from the National Museum. The Museum of Natural History. You go across Pennsylvania Avenue, and guess what's there? The FBI, and right across from it, which is next to the museum, is the Department of Justice, US DOJ. Like, I remember all those buildings. I remember walking all over that place. CVN-80 USS Enterprise is still under construction using the Gerald Ford class design. Nice. There should always be an Enterprise.
Well, it's what they call the first, build of any vessel, right? It's always called the Enterprise. It is the lead one. I remember the first shuttle was called the Enterprise, and it never went into space. All it did was ride on the back of a 747.
Yeah, 747.
Yep. They just used it to test landing, basically, from the heat tiles and all that stuff, testing all that shit. Yep.
So this was a big film for Castle Rock Entertainment. A lot of people don't know that Castle Rock is also the production studio for a hit TV series at the time, back in the 90s. Anybody remember which one that is?
No.
Seinfeld.
Really? Castle Rock?
That is why I don't know.
I didn't follow Seinfeld as closely as other people did either, but I've seen a lot of the iconic episodes from
I followed it for one reason and one reason only. Guy that played Kramer.
Yes.
I loved him from another show called Fridays.
So yes.
I'm like, hey, that's Michael Richardson, the guy from Fridays. I love that guy. He's funny as shit. So I started watching the show, and I'm like, yep, he's funny as shit. Still
wow,
funny.
Did somebody with a camera ruin his career, huh? Holy shit. Wow.
Oh, well.
I mean, he did it. He torpedoed himself, but
he made a decision.
Yeah.
He's trying to make a point, and he failed. A subplot to this film is, of course, like I said, the re-election. So there was a lot of footage of the actual re-election shit going on, plus Bill Clinton. George Bush and Bill Clinton were used in this movie. It was basically a film that I think did a good job of making the Secret Service look good. Mm-hmm. Showed that they suffer to bureaucrats, just like any organization.
Yep.
And one of the cool things is the Secret Service made themselves readily available for the production to help them with stuff, to make sure it was accurate and realistic, including the chase scenes. And I was so frustrated watching Dylan's character, Dylan up on that rooftop, getting nervous because he's hanging and he doesn't know what to do because he don't want to shoot the guy if he's going to help his boss, his partner. And so he keeps pulling back. And at any given moment, he should have just gone ahead and taken the shot. Every single time he turned that corner and thought about shooting, he should have shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then run over and helped his partner.
His partner would have been dead.
He hung on that whole time.
Yeah,
he was
but
hanging on that whole time.
Yeah,
he could have shot the guy and run over and jump. Just tell him, hang on, don't fall.
Yeah, the thing is, when Dylan got there, he was already grabbing Malkovich's hands. He was hanging by Malkovich's hand. Now his mistake was not to shoot him dead the moment his partner was safe. Instead of stop, secret setting. No, boom, 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 boom.
Because you can't see the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to automatically assume there's a weapon in it. It's one of the times you're allowed to assume. The Juror 2 was his last movie that he directed
Juror
in
number
24. And look, man, I liked it. I thought it was a good film.
It's a good movie.
People go, well, it's an ambiguous ending. I'm like, no, not really if you pay attention. If you pay attention to the characters, you could tell where it was going to go. That guy's life was over. He lied, covered up. He's a bad guy. And karma was coming for him.
I thought he had a movie he was working on right now, but I don't see it on IMDb. But yeah, Juror number 2. It was wow, did they shaft him on that one, dude? I mean, they only opened it in a limited number of theaters. They basically tried to bury
Warner Brothers fucked him. Warner Brothers, look, I like Zaslav to a certain point, but his treatment of Clint Eastwood was unacceptable.
Yeah, my gosh, man. He's
It's
an
like,
icon of your
he's
studio.
not really made us a lot of money. He's got you Oscars, which is money.
I mean, come on, bro. Yeah, break. I mean,
So,
just for what he's done in the past for Warner Brothers, he should have. They should have. That guy should be carte blanche. I mean, come on. He's not going to be around much longer. What the hell? Yeah, I didn't understand that at all.
So he is a producer right now, and it's in production, or I think it's in pre-production, is the remake of The Gauntlet. Now that's a movie that needs to be remade, because when you watch the movie, as fun as it was, it's really illogical.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not that great a film because Sandra Lock is a terrible, terrible actor.
Well, we know why she's in that movie, you know.
But that's the only thing he's working on right now is
she
as a
must be
producer.
great at other things.
Yeah,
she was apparently like a what do you call that? A wildcat in a sack is what she was.
Hello,
the way it was described.
That was that's why she was in that movie, no doubt.
Hey, CJ.
Let me see if I can find this real quick.
I tell you, at first we liked what he was doing. He was firing everybody. We were excited over that. Get rid of those motherfuckers. Fire them. But then he put two fucking idiots in charge. Saffron and fucking James Gunn. And Keith is like, well, James Gunn's a real con. And I'm like, fuck that noise. That guy's an asshole. No, he's going to screw this up. He's the wrong guy for the fucking job.
I got a picture here. I'll share it with you here in a second, but I want to find out who did it, because I don't know if this is poster art or if a cartoon artist did this, but it is a very cool picture.
Now, acting wise, he went a bridge too far. He did Cry Macho, which he was way too old for that part.
Way too old for that part. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's a good story, but yeah, he shouldn't have cast himself at all.
The Mule, not bad. It's not bad.
I didn't watch it because I didn't want to see him get shot to death. If that's what happened, I'm not saying that's what happened.
Not going to tell you. Not going to tell you.
I haven't seen it, so
it's a good movie. I liked it. The movie that I haven't watched yet for personal reasons was his film, The 1517 to Paris. And my personal reasons aren't bad. It's just that I tend to not like films where they get the real people to play themselves. One. And two, it's an emotional thing for me, what happened on that train. That's when those three Americans, all of them service members, childhood friends, going on a trip to Paris, were on the train when that guy walked in with all those guns to start shooting people. And they rushed him. And I'm like, I don't know if I can handle watching that. Movies like that just hit me hard.
Here's that picture I was talking about, buddy. Apparently, I should have known by the friggin' pose that Sandra Locke's in. It was done by Frank Frazetti.
Frazetta.
Fuck
off. You got me saying it wrong. It's Frank Frazetta.
Okay.
And
fuck you. I don't claim to know how to speak Italian that well. Give me a break.
I don't speak Italian. It's his name, Frazetta. Frank Frazetta did the poster for this movie. And I love this poster.
Yeah,
it's a cool
badass, man.
Poster. Mm-hmm. But that is not the movie we got.
Yeah.
Where she's like half naked, clothes torn off of her.
It's a cool picture, though. I've always dug that friggin' picture, man. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, Frank Frazetta is just an amazing fucking artist. Man.
He is. He is.
The single greatest fantasy artist of all time.
Mm-hmm. Didn't he do the Conan Barbarian poster, too? Didn't he do that one?
Oh, the books, you mean?
He did the book
no, I'm
cover.
talking about the poster. I never read the books. I'm talking about the poster for the movie.
No, he did. His artwork was used while making the film to sell the film. And I'll pull up something here real quick. Like some of his fucking paintings are incredible.
Oh, they're amazing, man.
And but I'll show you the one that is why I read my first Conan book, because this guy was so, the energy that he put into his fucking paintings. But here's one that was a book cover. Yeah, let me see if I can find a better copy of that. That looks terrible. Let's go with that. Yeah, that looks much better. Clear image. Here's another one. This is the one he did that made me buy my first Conan book. And the book was Conan the Usurper. And it is a great fucking book. And the story in this is in the movie, because that's who Max von Sydow is. He's the usurper. Yes. And the snake in the book is in the movie too. And I love that they did that. This is the mucker. Yeah, this is some crazy shit in art right there. No models. And one thing you'll always notice, that in order to show action, he had a little technique. And does anybody know what the technique is without me having to say, or should I tell? Because I know Anima knows.
I know. Show only one leg.
This one's famous for that. In order to show action, you only see a hint of this leg over here, also blocking up this guy's leg.
Oh,
and
we're not showing that.
Oh, you're not showing what I'm showing? Gosh, I'm glad I shared it. So let me know when you're sharing it again.
It's sharing.
It's up.
Sharing.
It's up.
All right. So this was one of the Conan paintings here. This is the one that made me buy my first Conan book, The Usurper. This is another painting of Conan, as is this one, but you can see that these are Conan's style, but technically that's another character. Beautiful fucking artwork, man. Off balance. His characters were always off balance to show action. The horse is off balance.
Yeah, he's not posing them. He's showing the action.
He's showing you action. Again, leaning all the way over, and you can barely see a hint of that leg. This guy's leaning. This guy's standing upright, but the other leg is blocked. So it shows action. These were rules of his. Now, it isn't like he didn't do pose pieces like that one, that one. Actually, that's not even Frazetta. That's Frazetta and what's his name? Fushima. Yeah, I don't want to get into those paintings. Those are from Mars. Here we go. This is Conan. That piece right there. Great painting. And of course, this was a favorite of the band Molly Hatchet.
I was fixing to say that's a pretty iconic one right there.
Yeah. And he is called, does anybody know the name of this one? And the entire series has that name in it. The Death Dealer. Big fucking Frazetta fan. I'm just telling you. This one of Cleopatra, there is an art print of this hanging in our friend, the film director, wrote the book about the making of Frankenstein, the true story. We had him on.
Yep.
Gay. What's his fucking name? Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Anima.
Can't remember his name either.
On Facebook. My gay friend. Oh, I'll just fucking open Facebook. You guys are tits up.
Don't ask me names.
Well, you know who he is. You love him. You want to have him back on the show.
I was on the show and I can't remember his name, Gary.
Sam. Yeah. Thank you. Sam Irving.
Oh, he's great.
He has this poster here of Cleopatra hung up in his den. Nice. This is another good painting that is so weird looking, but it is a great painting from Conan. Every scene in the movie Conan the Barbarian was with Schwarzenegger. It was inspired by a Frazetta painting. Mm-hmm. Here's another famous one of Conan the Barbarian. Some really cool fucking art. Now, the guy that was born to play him, Momoa here. Terrible fucking movie. Here's another cover from Molly Hatchet.
I guess Viking helmets were required for Molly Hatchet. Yeah.
There we go. Another painting from Conan the Barbarian series.
It's bad.
I love this. He's completely off balance. You can't even see his legs.
Didn't he do covers for reprints of Edgar Rice Burroughs stuff too? I thought he did some
this is
John Carter stuff and
it's John Carter. I said I'm not going to show those. They're all over the place here on the page. Here you go. That one. This one's from John Carter. Also, he did Tarzan too.
Yeah. Do remember
my hatred for any artist that worked with fantasy paintings at the same time as Frazetta. And I'm just going to show you.
Yeah, Boris is good. No doubt.
No, he's terrible.
You didn't like it?
No, his characters are blocked. They have zero action. They all look posed. You know, there's no action in here. Frazetta was the better artist. Also, he uses way too much fucking ochre in his artwork. Like ridiculous amounts of ochre. Like all over the fucking place. It's all over the place. It's even in the skins. Oh my God. Everything looks so posed. There's nothing heroic. It's all fucking bodybuilders. He often posed, him and his wife posed for the post. This is from Red Sonja. Boris, great at doing muscular guys, but he shows zero action. I don't think that's Boris. But that's Boris. That's Boris. That's the poster that they emulated for Dodgeball with the bull behind. What's his name? The dipshit. Like you get this action scene and there's zero action in it. It's all posed. The women look posed. There's zero action there. That's not Boris, nor is that. That is. I know it's fucking real work, and I know when somebody's trying to imitate him, that's imitating Boris. That's real Boris. One of the ways you can tell, a lot of fucking okra. I don't know what the fuck is with yellow at him. He just wants yellow in every. Her entire skin palette is yellow. This is probably one of the better paintings he did, and I'm still not that big a fan of it.
Well, I like
This
him.
was,
I
this
thought
was
his stuff
a
was
lot
good.
of people do, man. A lot of people do.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I'm not
don't. But
discounting what
I
you
do.
think at
I
all.
do explain why I don't.
Right.
I tell people all the time why I don't like his artwork, because it lacks action. It's always posed. He also did one of the this is one of his John Carter posters right there, book covers, wraparound. One of my beefs with him, Boris actually did a really good painting that I do like. And it is I'm looking for it. They're not showing it. Why are they not showing it? He did a painting of Yoda that I really loved. There it is. I actually like that piece. Actually, that's kind of cool. I like his dolphin there.
Mm-hmm.
Good lighting. I don't like that one. If anything, what he's best known for is his relationship with Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
Here's one of his Tarzan pieces. Yeah, the first Conan book I bought was by Rosetta on the cover. And this one looks weird to me.
I think you might have scrolled past it, the one you're looking for.
This painting looks so weird to me, not because of these. These all look good, but Darth Vader looks
That is wonky. It
because his
really
hands
is.
are way too big for his head.
And the lightsabers look horrible. They just
Yeah, why does
they
he
look
have
like
two?
light sticks.
And they're not Darth Vader's lightsabers. Like, didn't you have a fucking photo
Yeah,
of Darth
come
Vader's
on, bro.
lightsaber, for Christ's sakes?
Little research.
Halfway decent image of these guys, the main characters. Don't like 3PO. 3PO looks too organic. But Yoda, his Yoda always looks good. That's good Yoda.
Maybe because he's green and yellow is part of green. Maybe that's why it is.
It's all that okra. I guess he ate too much okra as a kid. Anyway, Red Sonja is not the best movie in the world. Nope.
I haven't seen the new one. Have you guys seen it yet? I haven't seen it yet.
No, not.
I got
Okay.
it. I watched 10 minutes of it, and I'm like, no, I was not interested.
Wow, the girl that played her in the first one, what's her name? Bridget Nielsen? What a flake that one is, huh? Wow.
She was a weird fucking person. Left her, abandoned her children, abandoned her children in Europe to move here to become a movie star. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
And then fucking Stallone was banging the shit out of her. And it was while he was with her was when rumors started going around about the penis pump. That because he used so many steroids, he couldn't get an erection. Wow. And had to have an inflatable thing put in his penis that he had to pump up. And it's like, really? Like, is that like a thing? Like, yeah. I'm like, ooh.
There was some reality show my wife watched one time that had her and Flava Flav on it, and I was like, oh my god, wow.
I never ate okra until I had Thanksgiving dinner with my roommate Kennard's family. It was a traditional Black family Thanksgiving, and we had like 3 different forms of chitlins, and they had okra, fried okra.
I'm sure they had greens, right?
Oh, there was
plenty
there
of
were
that.
greens. There were greens. Oh, Ernie Reyes Jr. Okay. He got his biggest break from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ernie Reyes Jr. Very good martial artist. In fact, he's featured in the movie The Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott. He's the little tiny tribal leader that The Rock has to fight and gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah. That's a good movie, man. I enjoyed that one.
I love that movie. We've already covered it. And I love that movie because it's just, I was so excited to get to show that to Anima. I said, you're going to like this movie. It is pure fucking fun. And Clint, Christopher Walken is the villain. Like, fucking, it was great. I fucking love that movie.
And he like thinks, well, that's it. On steroids.
Man. Yeah, it's like, that's it. I give up. You guys can have it. He turns around, walks away, and dies. He's also in Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. I haven't seen that movie in over 30 years. Oh God, I need to watch it.
Good. So good.
Oh, I love the film. I loved it when it came out. So that's it. We're getting out of here. All right, guys. I want to thank Gambit, John Whitaker, 11 Alpha, Jim Watari, Mephisto, James Jameson, Cavatino Calverman Che, Das Wolfen, Wade, Read by Nature, CJ Prime. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us today. It was fun. I hope everybody has a safe and memorable Memorial Day. And remember to honor the dead. And that's all this day is for.
Freedom isn't free.
Back to Holy.
Remember them.
Yep. It's even in a song, in a terrible, funny movie, but I do like that song. Freedom isn't free. It costs $1.350 or whatever he said it was. Oh, like, very ridiculous song. $1.05. That was it. $1.05. But yeah, it's an important day. Remember those who sacrificed everything for our liberty, our freedoms, and our country. So that's it, guys. Well, I'm done. Are you done? I'm all done. So we're out of here, guys. Everybody have a great fucking week. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.